What's going on, guys? It's Cloud Juggalo 1985. This video's on a bunch of have you evers. I'm gonna say some have you evers, and then I'm gonna explain some meaning behind them. And I know that you all probably get bored of hearing all my relationship videos, advice videos, stuff like that, and all that. But you know what? It's all I got right now. I mean, it's all I can do. Every YouTube film producer is unique in their own way, and I only got so many things I can do at this current time. Before I start my have you evers, I'm basically in Batavia, Ohio, hanging out with my brother and his girlfriend. I'll be going back to my mom's probably Friday or Saturday, so I won't be able to post a lot of videos and stuff a lot of the time because I'm out in the middle of the country where there's not a lot of service and stuff like that. So basically, my have you evers. I seen a friend that's going through a rough time. I've seen quite a few friends, and I'm gonna comment on some of this stuff. I'm not gonna mention their names, but I will say this. Have you ever cared about somebody and then they told you, let's be friends, and there's very high chance that we can try something. I've had somebody, tell me that, and well, the next have you ever kind of goes along with that, so I'll go ahead and throw that out. Have you ever been led on? That's what it is. Have you ever been led on to, somebody gets your feelings up, you're hanging out with them, and they sit there and, nobody forces you to use the love names. Nobody forces you to kiss somebody. Nobody forces you to do anything like that. Now, there has been some men out there and women that would force themselves on people, but you know what? If you give something and receive it back, it's not considered forcing. But what I really hate is when I ask that question, have you ever been led on? Yeah, it sucks, man. People lead you on like they want something with you. They get something from you, and then they drop you. Say you're aggravating them because you ask, hey, are we going to try this, Have you ever sat there and tried to, convince somebody that you're a better person, and you're showing it? You are very well showing it, and stuff like that, and then they just, like I said, they shut you down, like they don't believe it because they've been through so much pain. Well, I understand that, I understand that people need time to get to know you and everything, but when you bring the shyness out of them, you bring the hurt out of them, and you try to coat it with something better, and they refuse to try it. They refuse to take the risk. That's, I've been mentioning this risk thing, and it's people refuse to take that risk, and they never know what can be, what will be, because they never decided to take the risk. So, have you ever had that? Have you ever had somebody be your friend and, turn around and talk about you behind your back? Have you ever had anything like that? Have you ever had somebody that you felt so much in love with, you thought, hey, this is the one, and they just turn around and, stab you in the back, and like if you go somewhere, you're not around them. 1 minute they're in love with you, and the next minute they're turning their mind around on you. Have you ever had somebody stuck on somebody else? I know somebody. I know somebody very well that I've known for a very long time. And this female, I'm not going to mention her name, was hurt by another guy, which I think is pretty bad. But the thing about it is you're trying to offer this person something greater. They sit there and they swear up and down they want something greater, and then you go to offer it, and then it's just boom, smashes your heart. I've had stuff like that done. I've had it done and everything. But life's too short, man. If people can't accept you for who you are, and they can't sit there and take that risk. You take risk when you walk outside and go across the street. You take risk when anything you do. When you cook a meal, you could get third-degree burns. You could, from grease or whatever. You could sit there and walk across the street, get slammed by a car. You could walk into a store, that could be a holdup, and you could be in a crossfire. You take risk every day. Why not? Why shouldn't love have a risk? That's what I'm saying. Why shouldn't friendship have a risk? You risk being friends with people, not knowing that they might stab you in the back. But does that mean you should give up? Does that mean that you should deny another person, not just in love, deny a person friendship? I mean, seriously. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Because, yeah, I had the chance. Actually, the other person had the chance to take something I could give them greater. I could give them so great. I was willing to give up a lot of stuff for this person. And you know what? I asked clearly. I said, please, do not tell me that you want this and lead me on. I'm sorry if I'm soft-hearted. I'm sorry if some people think I sound corny. But you know what? I'm speaking the truth. Don't sit there and tell me that you might want something with me. Don't kiss me back. Don't use the love names. Don't sit there and make me start falling back in love with you like I did 15 years ago. And then sit there and, just go down the drain with it. This other guy I was hooking up, I'm not going to mention his name, but I was hooking him up with somebody, and the thing about it is, he started talking to the girl, and then, he hung out with the girl that I was trying to give a happy life. And it's kind of funny that he barely even texts the girl I was hooking him up with, and the girl I'm trying to hook up with is barely even talking to me anymore. So, come on, common sense tells you, where that's going. You know where it's going. When the two people that, you try to hook one up, and he's friends with the one you're trying to get with, and they both stop talking to you, and he stops talking to the other girl. I know it sounds confusing, but you know what? Listen to it. That's exactly what it is. There's something going on. Okay? I understand, and I know you know who you are, and I'm going to tell you right now. Have you ever sat there and thought that for 1 second that you could take the risk? Okay, I have some problems. I'm not going to mention what they are, but I have some problems. But should you judge me on that? That doesn't make me a different person. I don't have mental problems. I have some health problems, yes. But you know what? I'm still the same old Brad. I'm still the same old Cloud Gigolo. I'm still the same old CJ. I'm still the same person. But the fact that you were okay, you didn't want me to leave your house. The fact that you didn't want me to get back with my exes. The fact that all that, okay, you sat there and didn't want that. But then now you're just ready just to say, hey, bye, and just let it all go. You're ready to sit there and just say, hey, I can avoid this person. I don't have to call them. I don't have to do anything with them. You're ready to just throw that all away? Seriously? Well, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Because you know what? I don't have to sit there and submit to nobody's rules. And I don't have to sit there and change everything about me. And you know what? You're the one losing out. And you know who I'm talking to. You know exactly who I'm talking to. I'm looking right at you. And the thing about it is, I'm looking at you through the camera. And I want you to know that down the road, 5-10 years down the road, when I actually am succeeding, I might not succeed on my YouTube channel. Okay, I might not be ever be able to be like other people out there. But you know what? I guarantee you this. Down the road, I will succeed in life with somebody. And then you're going to look back and say, dang, I should have took that risk. That could be me doing that. That could be me getting married. That could be me, having kids. That could be me doing all that. But you know what? You didn't take the risk. So yeah, I'm not mentioning your name. But I will mention that it is very wrong because you shut somebody out. I understand that you've been hurt. And a lot of people will agree. Yeah, give the girl time. All that. I understand that. But life is too short. Some people see it as taking time. But you know what? I see it as taking a risk. I'm taking a risk on my life. Yeah, I've had a lot of failed relationships. Yes, I know that. But you know what? There's somebody out there that's willing to take that risk and go all the way through thick and thin. What I mean thick and thin, when I say that, I mean that they are willing to stand up and they're willing to go through with you to the end. You're going to break up over something stupid, like over what you're having for dinner, or over somebody, I don't know, somebody taking, I don't know, for instance, beating you on a video game or something. You break up with stupid shit like that? No. Break up if somebody cheats on you. Break up if somebody, hurts somebody that you care about. I mean, the real reasons you should break up with people, not break somebody's heart, and don't lead people on, because that is not right. Now, I gave you that chance, and I'm not trying to just talk about me, guys. But I am saying the have you ever's. But the thing about it is, like I said, I gave that person that chance. They didn't want it. So you know what? When they lose out in the future, that's on them. Because you know what? They're going to be sitting there down the road. They might make a relationship work for a while. It might work for a while. And you know what? They might succeed. I don't know. They might, or they could still end up single. And then if they do end up single, they never know what they could have had with the person that they've known the longest. Somebody that they built their first love with. Their first love. But you know what? Like I said, go ahead and ignore me. I can move on. I'm not mad. I'm just frustrated. It disappoints me how people get so treated, and people get thrown in the dirt, and some people just can laugh about it, and some people just wave their hand and say, "Oh, I'm moving on," So, my last have you ever in your life sat there and thought, I'll do anything for somebody. I'll sit there, I'll give my last breath, my last drink of water for somebody. That's things you got to think about there. I would. I'd give my last drink of water. I write poems. I treat women with respect. I treat people with respect in general. I'd be willing there. If you're my friend and I had to find a way to come help you, I don't care if it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. If I got a way, I'm your friend. I'm there for you. If I'm dating you and you need my help, there ain't nothing on this God's green earth that's going to stop me from coming to your side. So you know what? Play your games. I don't care. But don't sit there next time and tell somebody that you want somebody. And don't sit there and tell somebody that you're ready for something when all you're doing is just leading people on. I'm not trying to sound mean. You are a sweet person. You do have a good heart. But you know what? You had me thinking really that there could be something between me and you. And obviously there wasn't. So to me, that's called playing games. So go ahead, play. I don't care, because I can move on too. Alright? But that's all I got to say. You know what? Like, subscribe, favorite, guys. Check out my videos. I don't care. I mean, I ain't got a lot of subscribers and stuff, but I'm going to keep going, and keep going. Because you know what? My videos might be mostly blogs and stuff like that. Well, 90% of them are. But you know what? I speak the truth. So, that's all I got to say. Check them out. Like, subscribe, favorite. I'll see you on the next video. Whoop, whoop. Much clown love.